Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Furious Teenage Girl Strength Teenage Pan and how she performs at 55% in the Hidden Potential system. So she's a GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyans category, key plus 3 HP attack and defense of 130%. She raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. She raises allies defense by 20% for 2 turns, and I think overall that kind of shows you what kind of unit she is. Now, raising defense for 2 turns, even just by 20%, is super helpful, especially nowadays with how much defense is needed, even with damage reduction, even with guard, with even all these things. Getting a 2-turn 20% raise is very, very helpful. In terms of the basic effects, attack and defense of 200%, high chance of crit, damage reduction of 20%, randomly changes key spheres to Rainbow and GT Heroes or Youth, 40% attack and defense. Immediately, that's a great kit. Before we get into the conditional stuff, 20% damage reduction, okay, is a little bit too low. High chance to crit makes her super easy to build. Randomly changing key spheres, creating more Rainbow Orbs is always important for lots of teams now, Hybrid Saiyans, Youth, etc. GT Heroes or Youth support is also crucial because what it means, she belongs on the GT Heroes team, but she now also works incredibly well with the new Interlock Gohan and Goten because she meets both requirements to be a Youth and a Hybrid Saiyan, which is super crucial. When attacking with 12 or more key, she has attack and defense of 200% and damage reduction rate of 20%. So immediately post super, we're looking at a character that is sitting with the 40% damage reduction mark, which is pretty good. As a second or third attacker in the turn, she's also now a 60% support. Again, this is a big shift in character. By having that additional performance, it's very, very big for her. That, kind of 2-turn 20% buff. Again, on top of the 2-turn 20% defense buff, these things stack. These are very pivotal abilities. So it's a huge moment for her. Very big. When all allies attacking her GT Heroes or Youth category, she foresees all enemy super attacks. Again, absolutely monumental ability. The fact that you can run her on a GT Heroes team and see super attacks, the fact that you can run her on a Hybrid Saiyans Youth team and see super attacks is huge. Like, that's a massive, massive score for that team. It's one of the best abilities in the game. When receiving a normal attack, she gets another 20% temporarily as well. So she has 60% damage reduction to normals. To put that in perspective, that's almost like a counter unit. It means she can tank normals kind of like a physical Vegito. That's how crazy it is. Then on top of that as well, she has, after receiving an attack, the ability to launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has becoming a super. That is a permanent buff. And then on top of that as well, starting from the second turn, she gets attack and defense up of 200%. She also have a once-off 200% attack boost and launch 2 additional attacks, each of which have a great chance of becoming a super. To put it in perspective, if Pan fires 3 super attacks, for example, she can potentially boost your next rotation's defense by 60%. She already has crit, so what do you want to build her in? 100% you want to build her into additionals. Evasion helps her for sure, always. So additionals and evasion. But additionals are so crucial for her. Additionals make a huge impact on her as a character. They essentially allow her to do a ton of huge additional second turn support, which is massive. Her link set is her biggest weakness. In Warrior Race, All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Battlefield, Diva, GT, Innocence, and Fierce Battle just don't really mesh that well. Same Warrior Race, kind of like a Hybrid Saiyans thing. All in the Family is definitely a Goku's family thing, but you won't get that from everyone on a Hybrid Saiyans team. Saiyan Lineage is okay. Battlefield Diva, she's not going to get on GT Heroes or on Hybrid Saiyans Youth. GT, she'll definitely get on GT Heroes, so that's fine. And then Innocent, she can get on a Hybrid Saiyan. So she won't be scoring more than 2 or 3 links very often. And obviously, conditional-wise, she is tied to 2 teams, really. She's she's tied to 3, but she's tied to GT Heroes, Youth, or a Youth Hybrid Saiyans build, which is very possible right now with the Interlock Goten, Trunks, and Gohan. Overall, I think she's great. I think she's an absolutely powerhouse unit. I think she does a ton of amazing stuff for the GT Heroes team. ton of amazing stuff for all of the units on those teams. And I think she's a great character that you can use for a ton of content. So I think for me, there's definitely 100% a great incentive to using her as a character, and I think she does a fantastic job. The only thing I'll say overall with her is just her conditional requirements are a little bit iffy, but it's not like a huge problem for the character. She is meant to be a second or third slot character, so that's not really a huge hindrance. Her requiring a GT Heroes or Youth lineup is a little bit of a hindrance, but there's not a lot of crossover. You're never going to really want to run GT Heroes / Youth. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably always going to either run GT Heroes or a Youth team, and then you just throw it on type of thing, which is fine. And then obviously from there, she does have conditional crit, but she's got a high chance to crit anyway. So her having guaranteed crit against someone isn't like a huge issue. It's just basically a slight deviation.